I'm Rob.
And I'm Clee.
And this is the Beat Saber VR review by
Barefoot Gaming.
Clee?
Yes.
Beat Saber VR. What do?
You hit lit up boxes with lightsabers where the colors correspond with the box, and you do it in different directions, up, down, to the side, diagonally, and it's a lot of fun.
Don't hit the mines. That's another thing. This is a music rhythm game. Get that out of the way. It is a music rhythm game through and through. So this game only has how many tracks to start with? 10.
And they're all fantastic. The composer, forgive the horrible pronunciation, Yaroslav Beck, did all of the songs, and he just did a fantastic job. I've played other games where he did the scores, or where he did the music, and I really have a lot of respect for his work.
I've never heard of him before until I played this, and it's really good. Now, I know some of the concerns that people are going to have is that is a very limited number of songs, and everyone who's ever played a music rhythm game, be it Guitar Hero, be it Rock Band, be it anything, you're not going to like all of the songs. However, because this is kind of, what do you call this, techno or dance?
There's a lot of electronica to it, however you want to describe it.
Absolutely. So as electronica, it serves its purpose. It isn't really something that you're not going to like. You might get tired of them saying $100 bills in the $100 bill song, for example, but as a whole...
I didn't. I thought it was cute.
But as a whole, these songs aren't really designed to just listen to on your own. They're designed to play like a music beat rhythm game.
To be fair, I would actually listen to most of these songs driving around in my car. I really think they did a great job.
He did a great job. So we've talked about the boxes. Sometimes there'll be just dots in the center.
Right, so that's no direction. It's slash however you like, dealer's choice.
Yeah, then there's sides, there's up and down, there's angles, and then there's walls. The walls are very important to understand because...
Yes, because if you don't move out of the way of a wall, your game is automatically over.
Instant death, which adds a lot. It adds a whole lot to this game.
It's quite fun, yeah.
Now, as far as game modes go, you've got your standard arcade mode, which is what we've been describing. There is a single-handed mode.
Yes.
And in single-handed mode, all you do is you use one hand, and the notes are always going to be super close together. So you'll have like beat up, down, down, up, left, right. So instead of making it complicated with colors...
Well, the issue that it's probably both a good and bad thing is the one-handed one you can only play on expert mode. So if you're not fairly skilled, you're going to fail the level pretty quickly.
Very good point. So they amp up the difficulty like crazy on single player or on one-handed mode. There's also party mode, and in party mode the gameplay is the same as arcade, except you don't play up against leaderboards. So normally when you're playing against a leaderboard. You can play locally or otherwise, but by doing so it's always going to be your gamer tag that's going to be playing against the rest of the world. When you play in party mode, it's whatever name you enter after each victory. So you have 5 people over and you want to take turns and kick their score's butt, well, all you have to do is play party mode.
Like the old arcades where you can put your initials in at the end there. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we've touched on all the gameplay. Let's get to some pros, let's get to some cons, let's get to some review. Out of 5. And why? Give me some pros and cons, Clee.
Well, I would say one of the cons is, as we've already mentioned, the limited songs, but I feel pretty confident they're going to be adding to this as they go along to keep the game relevant. And so I have good faith that there will be more songs added. The only being able to play in expert mode is certainly for the solo, the
one-handed,
yeah, the one saber. That I think, while it's a great way to benchmark your progress as far as skill goes, it's not really friendly. I think in terms of a lot of people, if they have kids around who are going to want to play, that's going to be too difficult. If you have kids and you're going to let them play this, wrist straps. You must do wrist straps or they are going to go flying and you will have damage.
Absolutely, because you're going to break a sweat doing this. You play a couple of songs and you're going to break a sweat and it's going to make your controller slippery.
Yeah.
Now, Clee did touch on something that we didn't talk about, is there are multiple difficulty levels. You've got like your easy, your medium, your hard, and your expert. Now, easy is quite easy. Medium is fun and it's a good way to kind of learn, depends what your experience in these types of games are. Hard starts getting challenging and expert is crazy.
It is incredibly difficult. You have to almost do it enough times that you can remember you have to go by memory. You can't often see what the blocks behind the one you're hitting are pointing towards.
Absolutely.
So you don't know which direction to slash.
They'll come at you too fast that it's like, up. I couldn't see the box behind. I don't know if it was up or down, especially if you're crouching because you've got something going over the top. My turn for pros and cons, shall I? So for cons, I'm gonna have to list a number of songs as well. And I know that's something they want to add. I've even heard rumor of an editor coming in. But this game is not going to track music. As far as what I can tell, this is not something like Audio Shield where you can import Box VR, where you can import your own music and play to it. They have specifically tracked every hit to a part of the song. Now, that's also a major plus because when you're playing the game, every hit feels accurate. They have actively and accurately tracked your hits, and it makes it more immersive. I can't count. Don't get me wrong. I love Audio Shield. We haven't reviewed it yet. We need to.
Yes.
I love Audio Shield, but there's a lot of kind of vague hits, right? Speed up, slow downs that don't always line up with the song.
It's not always in rhythm.
This is really good at keeping track of what exactly the song is doing. Out of 5, what are you going to give this and why?
Well, for 20 US, you are getting way more than value for your money, in my opinion. I think just the fact that they've gone through the trouble of bringing in all of these freshly written songs for the game alone makes it worth the $20 that you're paying. So I just think replayability for fun. I already have a date set up with a bunch of girlfriends to do martinis and Beat Saber. So it's something that you can get together and enjoy as with company. It's just all kinds of fun.
So out of 5, what would you give this?
I would give this one a 5.
A 5. I would actually rate this really high as well. And I know I have said negatives. The positives are it is just so much fun.
It's lots
This
of fun.
game is just so much fun. And the first time you drop your headphones in and just play the music, and no matter how much, the first time I heard $100 bills, it sounded super cheesy actually to me. But the first time I played it, I'm like, awesome. Awesome. I'm playing to the music. Fantastic. I give this a 4.5 out of 5. The only negatives it gets is I want more music. And I know it's coming, but we can't score a game on what it is coming. We can score it on what it is. If you like rhythm-based music games, you will like this game. I can say that with certainty. I can recommend this for anyone that likes rhythm-based games. If you like space shooters and don't like, then stay away from this game. You know already, it's a no-go. That's it. That's the review for Beat Saber VR. Thank you so much for watching. We love hearing from you. Comment, subscribe, like, share it with your friends.
All the things.
All the things with your hands apparently.
Martinis and Beat Saber.
Have a great one. Thanks again for watching. We'll talk to you later. See ya.
Bye.